What up, what up? Hey, my name is Betsy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be covering travel finances based on the most recent trip that I vlog about in Mexico. So you could say this is part 4, since I kind of vlog less and less as the days go on. So I decided to talk about money topics throughout my journey. I'm gonna start with money exchange, whether if it's necessary to do so or not. Based on some of my calculation, mainly on Google, I found spending money in pesos is the cheapest route in Mexico, sometimes by a few dollars or a couple of cents, but you also gotta remember the money exchange rate, and to find spots to exchange with the lowest rate. Otherwise, it's almost like might as well keep the US currency and spend it that way, and with credit card as well. But I would just bring small bills like 5s or 1 just for tipping purposes. With money exchange, what I started doing recently before I head out to my international trip, I stopped by my bank to do the exchange there. Since I heard going through your bank and find out if they offered the lowest rate option, you could always start there. This was my 3rd trip to Mexico, but it was my first time that I didn't exchange any money at all. So I didn't notice any huge spending difference, but I also didn't spend much in this trip as much as I did in Los Cabos or even in Nuevo Vallarta. Because this time I pre-planned and booked far in advance before I even went down to Mexico. And in this video I could show you exactly how I do it. Now normally I will go over and talk about flights and the prices, because going to your destination is one of the biggest costs in your travel expenses. But I'll have to skip that in this video because we did so many flight rearrangement in this trip due to us adding an extra country into our travel itinerary. So we had to cancel and rebook flights a few times, and that made me forget the prices. With this ticket to Cancun, even though I sent my half of the funds, I didn't purchase the tickets myself. But later down my vlogs, I will talk more about flights. But moving on, I'm gonna move straight to the hotel. Alright, so now I'm about to share my screen where I do the majority of my hotel reservation booking, which is booking.com. I'm sure this website is well known, but I've been using booking.com for the last few years because it seems like I have a better luck in price with it. Probably depends on the destination, the time of year you're going, because sometimes that booking fee could be higher than average sometimes, I notice. I love the fact that there's free cancellation option, although I do know that there's other websites that offer that as well. As you can see here, that's the other thing I love, is the no prepayment needed, so you don't have to put in your card information, which is good because I don't like to get up from my bed, go to my purse just to get my card and put the information in. I am the type of person who will compare the same hotel, and if one is even 1 cent cheaper, then I'll go that route. So most of the time I find booking.com to be that 1 cent cheaper, or probably even a couple of cents cheaper, like 5 cents or whatever. But instead of going to the other website, I'll book through booking.com because I find it so far the cheapest on that route. And with free cancellation, if you book in advance, I like to continue shopping to see if there's any other hotels that's better reviews or even cheaper than what you originally booked on here, and make those changes before the deadline. I usually only use this website for hotels only. I never really use flights on here or the bundle. Car rental I use once or twice, and I don't even know what these are. But majority of the time I use it just for hotels. So this is where we end up staying in. We end up staying in Playa del Carmen and Pelicano Inn. It is a beachfront hotel and it's actually on the beach. You will see some hotel that says beachfront hotel, just to find out it's actually a block or 2 blocks away, or even a 5-minute walk away from the beach. So I like to check Google Maps to see exactly where the hotel is located, how close to the beach it is, even when they say it's a beachfront hotel. And just to double check to confirm the distance. So back in April, we booked 1 room for 4 nights for $305.64. Split that between 2 people, it's about $152 per person. Compare this price to any other price I could find in Tulum or even Cancun. All the research we've been doing before we booked this hotel, even other parts of Playa del Carmen, I would say this hotel with this price was 100% worth the price based on what the hotel had to offer. which is the beachfront, the actual beachfront, not just saying it's a beachfront just for you to walk 5 minutes. And it is a walking distance to all the shops. As you can see here, it says Central, so we're basically in the middle of downtown Playa del Carmen. So we're close to shops, a bunch of restaurants, fast food, even nightclubs you could walk to. So you won't need to worry about spending much money on transportation, especially in that area. Even if you're coming to and from the airport or even to Tulum, they do have the Adobus, which is, let me Google that real quick. Yeah, there it is. And it's actually 5 minutes away from the hotel, walking distance. So that's a plus there. And I've been seeing some people with their suitcase walking on the main strip, just heading to the bus station or heading to their hotel from the bus station. So that's pretty cool. That's where we walked to meet up with our food tour guy after we checked into our hotel. But before I get to the food tour next, I would say one incident did happen, which my friend's bag got stolen. Somebody left the window cracked open, so it's easy for people to come in and out of your room to grab whatever they want. And yeah, one of her bag got stolen. I believe it was sunscreen. She said it was very expensive brand type of sunscreen, so that's the only downfall that happened at this hotel. But other than that, I would stay there again, as long as the price remained low, of course. So next I want to show you guys where I usually go to book all my activities for travel. I usually go to Viator. I believe that's how you say it. I like to go to this website mainly for resources, especially to a place that I've never been to before, and you just wonder what kind of activities they have to offer. And if I end up seeing something that caught my interest and I want to go ahead and book it, I like the fact that they also provide free cancellation as well, up to 24 hours in advance, so you could cancel for free. And I also love this reserve now and pay later, kind of like booking.com. I love to book through websites that offer free cancellation, and it's even better if they offer pay now, or no, book now, pay later. So I really love that. It just gives us the opportunity to see if we find something better, cheaper price, even though I know sometimes if you physically go to a location, you get it cheap there while you're there. But it's like just in case. And I like to use this in case we end up not finding something cheaper or with a better deal. Or even if we want to rearrange some activity, like instead of doing the food tour in 2 days from now, I could cancel it and move it like a day later or something like that. So, plus in that way, you get to save your spot just in case if nothing else pops up. So this is the price that we spent for the food tour per person. I like to scavenger prices online, especially with food. And with the food tour, I usually get full after the third or fourth spot, but I continue to eat anyway, so I don't have to worry about being hungry for the next 12 hours or so. So I would say with this price, it was worth it because I did get full. And I try to schedule the food tour towards the beginning of your trip, just in case if you run into a spot that you really actually love and you want to revisit that place during your trip, you could always go back and eat there again. Just make sure you catch the name of this restaurant or any food spot that you visit, just so you could Google map your way there, especially if it's a walking distance. Most of the food tour, it's a walking food tour, but it depends where you guys started at and if your hotel is close to that meetup spot. It just makes it easier that way. So this is where you could see the overview of what to expect during the tour and what's included, what's not included, and all the information you need to know right here. And before I forget, let me mention it's worth the price because it includes a limited tequila tasting. So it's unlimited for us because literally the person who worked there gave us the option to taste the whole store if we wanted to. That was a plus right there. But yeah, like I was stating earlier, I like to schedule a food tour in the beginning of the trip because one time in Los Cabos, I would schedule a food tour, but at the end of the trip, so I only had half a day opportunity to go back to the restaurant I really, really fell in love with. and it's actually a walking distance from my hotel, so that makes it even better. But before we went to the airport, I had to go back, purchase the food there, and it was so worth it and delicious. But I'm just so sad that I didn't think about scheduling the food tour at the beginning of the trip instead of the end of the trip. So for now on, I'm scheduling all food tour at the beginning. So next I want to show you guys the next activity that we done while we are in Mexico. This was not from Viator.com. I think I used YouTube as my resource. We end up going to the beach club in Kosovo, which is an all-inclusive package, and it includes this price. And with these price, depending on your age, it includes unlimited drinks and unlimited food, and that includes unlimited alcohol. And that could be from open to close. So from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's your breakfast, lunch, and dinner right there. So that's a full day of not have to worry about paying for extra food, buying food, because it's all included in the price. And if it's under your cup of tea, you could easily get drunk there as well, if you wanted to. There's all sorts of different activities that you could do there as well. They just cost extra, so that's not included to your original ticket, just the unlimited food and drinks basically. And you can use their chairs, the pool. It's very great. I think I vlogged this on the second vlog that I did, so if you guys are interested. So now I want to talk about next is investment. So investing into your activity. And I want to talk about it with Coco Bongo and Playa del Carmen. Super fun. I would definitely do it again in a heartbeat. But instead of buying the cheap ticket, I would definitely go up to the VIP, more expensive type of ticket. So that's where investing will come from. This is the ticket I purchased, the $70 one for women. Or I'm not sure if it was a regular, but as you notice, they both say dance floor. So basically, we have no seats. We had to stand up throughout the whole night, which is fine. My only complaint is that it was so crowded. It was so hard to get food. It was so hard to get a person who works their attention to get food. So that was a real struggle right there. Next time I go to Coco Bongo, whether it's in Playa del Carmen or any other location, I would try to go through the VIP zone just to see if it's easier to get drinks and if it's easier to get food. So you could click on each of this ticket and you get to see what they offer. So this is the ticket I originally purchased, and it includes at least 2 mini burgers with fries or 2 mini hot dogs with fries. I only had 1 hot dog with half a fry. And 15 national drinks. I only had like 2 drinks maximum. Next time I'm gonna try this VIP, which you get seats basically, or whichever that says that you get a table or a seat. You get the people who work there closer to the VIP section, so you could get their attention more easily rather than being on the dance floor trying to get their attention. I don't know. It was just way overcrowded in there, but it was so fun. I would definitely do this again. I'm going to compare this to my VIP, do a vlog about that, if the experience is similar or the same. So we shall stay tuned. That's basically the main thing I want to go over with the screen share, just so I could talk about the prices, if it was worth it or not, a little review about it. So let me meet you back at the camera. So I think this is all the information I'm going to provide today. As you guys can see behind me, I have dinner ready. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. First, I want to thank anybody who made it this far. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, any comments, comment down below. And I would love to explain more and do these type of videos. I'm probably going to do these type of videos more often anyway, because who doesn't like money talk? And as I go along this journey, I love to learn as I go. So if you guys have any tips or tricks as well, feel free to share it. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day, great night, whatever time it is by the time you're watching this. Have a great one.